Recording live in the headphones.
Is it going? Are we live?
Yep.
Welcome to the first ever exclusive TMA Potamus Rex, because we're going to be on the road. We're recording this on a Thursday. We got Nick at the desk, Josh in the controls. We're going to talk about three things. It's going to keep it quick, maybe 15, 30 minutes, maybe less than 15. I want to talk NBA futures, MLB futures, and I want to talk about the PLL. I think we start off the top with a little PLL talk. There's not much to talk about other than how upset I was with the goalie choice.
Yeah, that was watching that was tough, honestly. I felt really bad for you. I felt really bad.
And I feel like if you watched our stream, that was real emotion.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I feel like a lot of people think that we're just fooling around with the lacrosse stuff, but I'm really bought into the Atlas, especially now that they're a New York club. And like that hurt the soul.
Yeah.
Like, just it feels like it was an opportunity for us to draft my favorite player. It's like we had an opportunity to draft Johnny Manziel of lacrosse. Like, that's how much I like Pat Cavanaugh in terms of lacrosse. And like, to not do it, it was just upsetting.
Was it more of it was your favorite player, or that they actually needed an attack instead of drafting a goalie? The same guy they could have gotten later, like you said.
That's what it just felt like. I feel like a lot of it was they didn't draft my favorite player, so I think I was bitching from that end. But I think looking back on it, probably, hopefully a good pick. But I just feel like the attitude of the coach afterwards as well just didn't love his explanation.
Yeah.
You can't start off with being like, well, we actually got three goalies. That's like, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What are we building?
That's literally drafting a quarterback first overall. Like, we got three of them. Like,
that's literally what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, absurd. I just felt like that was just, a little bit frustrating, which is why I think I'm in the spot where I'm in. But, I feel like as a true fan, I'm bought in.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you have to do as a fan, even if you don't like the picks.
Yeah. I fall victim to that every single year with the Chicago Bears. It's just like, even last year, I had hope when there was no hope to be had. But I found a way.
You found a way through.
I think that's just good fandom right there. Like, especially growing up, just being a fan of moo shit sports. Like, just you got to find a way.
Dude, I actually saw a graphic this morning about our the Bears and the Jets.
It was a tandem.
We fucking suck over the last 10 years. Like, since 2010, I think both teams have won one playoff game.
That is.
At least you have a franchise.
Dude, it might be your playoff win, because I think the last time we made
I think we both have one.
Okay. 2012 was, I think, Mark Sanchez, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
that's iconic.
Fucking insane. And I wonder who did we beat? I'm trying to even think.
Well, you're run with Mitch Trubisky.
We didn't win a playoff game that year. We lost to the Eagles in the first round.
Oh, we'll go to the stats.
The doink. It had to have been with like Kyle Orton or someone.
Oh yeah, it could have been sneaky. Sneaky. But not to jump back to the PLL, but I looked at the odds for the Atlas, and we haven't moved. We opened at 550, still plus 550. So if this kid is really the Great Wall and Hall of Famer goalie, for our odds to not move, a little disappointing.
Yeah, it's kind of
just a little disappointing. I will, however, be betting a Cannon's future. I feel like getting Pat Cavanaugh with Nolting, like that is just going to be, and Holman, that's going to be a disgusting attack, a disgusting team. Like, they have it figured out. They got both Cavanaugh brothers. That just feels like a team that makes some noise. But I did want to talk about on the football side a little bit, since we already talked about it slightly with the Jets and Bears. Do you see Martavis Bryant got cut from the Cowboys?
He got cut?
No way.
Just got cut yesterday morning.
Wow.
Damn.
Cut from the boys. And the funniest quote tweet was, "This is me finding out the Cowboys had Martavis Bryant."
However,
I honestly didn't know they had him either.
No idea.
We were playing, what was it, Sporkle the other day? And, Immaculate Grid. And Martavis Bryant was the answer for
Cowboys Steelers. Yeah, but I don't think.
But they did not count it because it was.
No, it counted. It counted.
That's crazy.
It counted that one. So he. Oh no, it didn't.
I thought you said it didn't count.
It didn't count that one. You're right.
You got to play the game.
Is it not shocking you guys that the Jets aren't in the top 10 favorites to win the Super Bowl?
I mean, no, not really.
Can I say some teams above us?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Atlanta Falcons. That seems fucking crazy.
I don't think it seems that crazy.
That seems insane.
I don't think so.
Kirk's
a banged up Kirk.
Kirk's
He's not quarterback. He's out there.
Miami Dolphins. That feels disrespectful.
That's crazy.
No.
They haven't won a playoff game.
That feels disrespectful.
They're one of the teams that hasn't won a playoff game.
That's one of those teams.
Yeah, they're above us.
That's one of those teams you get hyped for every single year, though, because of like all the offensive weapons that they have, and then they always disappoint.
Well, they just have to play somewhere cold in the playoffs, and they melt. Like that's literally what it is every
year. You got to go to Buffalo. Yeah,
they'll win 12 games and lose the first one. There you go.
Literally.
The Green Bay Packers. That feels crazy. Jordan Love hasn't proved that much.
They did win by like 40.
But a healthy Aaron Rodgers, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're saying a healthy Aaron Rodgers, these teams have a better chance of winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the Jets roster still has some gaping holes.
Where?
On their offensive line.
No. like 3 free agent signings and a great rookie. That's the holes are filled. Pause. Holes
I
are
don't know
filled.
about that. Okay. We'll see.
Running back if Brees Hall can stay healthy, but
Dude, but
Running
now we
back's
got
fine,
Braylon Allen, just
Yeah.
an absolute like
guys are
meatball
fine.
behind him. Houston Texans. I can get down
Yeah,
with
that
that.
makes
That one
sense.
checks out. Dallas Cowboys. How is that even possible? They lost everybody.
I mean, yeah, it's still the
Dak
Cowboys. They
Prescott
just get-
can't win a big
They'll
game.
get their respect
Dak
regardless.
Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. You got Zeke Elliott coming back.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because Saquon,
Eagles,
dude, their
yeah.
defense still sucks though.
They did fire Sean Desai, I think, who's a fucking clown. He used to be the Bears defensive coordinator. He's awful.
Buffalo Bills. You just lost Stephon Diggs and everyone and their mother, and you're telling me they're above us?
They have Josh Allen.
They have Josh Allen.
We had Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but it's not like Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
done
Rodgers.
anything
You don't know
recently.
what time of Aaron Rodgers you're going to get though. Too
That's true.
Hasn't played football in a couple of years
true.
now.
That's
So
true. Top 5 teams. This feels crazy disrespectful. The Lions.
Yeah,
no, they're a pretty complete team.
yeah, they are.
I mean,
Yeah.
checks out, but like
They're a
dude,
pretty
we're putting them
complete
top
team now.
5.
I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, they got to the NFC Championship
who
last
the
year.
other
so-
who are the other 4? Chiefs.
The
I imagine.
Bengals.
Yeah, that makes
Bengals.
sense. That's
Do you think Joe Burrow bounce back here with no Joe
Absolutely.
Mixon though?
absolutely.
No Joe.
Yeah, because who do they
Absolutely.
have there now at running back? It's
Yeah.
Zach Moss, running back.
Yeah, dude, no Joe feels bad.
Zach Moss had a legendary year last
Dude,
year
but
for
Joe
Indianapolis.
moves needles.
Dude,
No.
they have that kid. He's not. They're not show. Oh, yeah, they are showing Chase Brown, the kid from Illinois, is a dog. He played so well last year.
The Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson can't win a
Lamar.
playoff
I mean,
game,
that's
but I mean that's a joke.
that's Super Bowl MVP or not Super Bowl, but the
And then
regular season MVP.
Chiefs,
Obviously.
Niners are the
Obviously.
favorite.
Obviously,
Niners are the favorite
That's
though. Again,
crazy that
that's
the Niners
fucking
are the
insane.
favorite, yeah.
Not making the Chiefs
like
the
how
favorite
is
is
Pat
insane.
Mahomes not the favorite
Yeah.
every single year? He could have nobody on the roster
I
and
can't.
just him. They should make them the favorite. 'cause
And
they'll
I feel
fill
like
it
you
up.
added better weapons. Hollywood Brown is
Oh,
better
for
than
sure
any
they're better,
receiver they
yeah.
had
Not
last
even
year.
close.
Xavier Worthy, I think, is better than any rookie they had last year.
Rasheed
It's gonna be on
Rice
their
might not
defense
be
though. Their
playing.
defense did play really good last year, so if they can keep that up, they're winning the Super Bowl again easy. They just don't know.
Unconscious last year.
I think it's just in the defense.
Yeah, I mean,
Unconscious. Where are the Jags and the Bears? The
fuck,
Bears
dude,
are 3
Jags
spots below the Jets and the
13th.
Jags. The Jets aren't top 10.
Jags are gonna be way down.
Oh, I thought you
there.
guys. I thought you said
Hold
you
on,
were
1,
10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
In terms of,
10,
like,
11,
Super
12,
Bowl
13,
chances?
We're 14.
We're
Sydney
17.
16. Bears are 17. Jags are 18.
Yeah.
Wow. The
Joshy,
Bears jumping
Jags-
the
Jumped him.
Jags Bears, the
We
little
jumped
side wager. Who has more wins on the
Oh, nice.
season?
You don't want to do that.
You think the Bears are
I
going to have
don't
more
think I
wins?
want to do that.
I don't know, dude. I could see a Trevor Lawrence bounce back here because you guys were good until you melted.
They cleaned up in free agency. And then they went out and re-signed Josh Allen and then drafted. Well, they didn't draft the corner I want, but added the weapon and Brian Thomas
Huge.
to
I think
replace
he's
Ridley.
Dude, getting rid of Calvin Ridley and
Added Gabe
replacing him with him is
Davis.
huge. That's
Like,
also huge.
I mean, they got some weapons for Trevor Lawrence, and they added on the O-line in the draft. So we'll see. He just needs to stay healthy.
I think the Jags are a sneak team to make noise.
Yeah.
Is what I think.
I think they always are.
Well, the only reason
always are.
like last year, fucking Trevor Lawrence had a knee, ankle, shoulder, wrist concussion. Like he was banged up on all over
Yeah.
his body,
I mean, Anthony
and was still
Richardson
trotting out there.
also didn't play.
People
True.
do not talk about
Both are
enough.
weak.
They don't talk about enough how bad the injury bug can be in the NFL.
No, it's awful.
If your team,
That's
I
how
feel
you
like
win. Like,
but
you
in
just stay
any other
healthy. That's how
sport,
you
though,
win. Yeah,
in
yeah.
any other sport, I feel like the injury bug doesn't affect you that
No.
much. The
Well-
NFL, if you get the injury bug, season is over.
Well, you got hockey guys play through broken ribs, play through just
Yeah.
about every injury out there. You know, if they can walk, they're going to go out there and play, especially in playoffs.
Mhm.
Football, I mean, that's 4 to 6 weeks. Baseball, a lot of
Doesn't
replacements.
matter, yeah.
NBA, you have so many guys resting. Like there's usually never a.
And I think the skill gap between a star player and an NBA like 6-man isn't as big as we think it is. If they got more minutes in that volume with the ball,
Yeah,
I
you
think
can
you'd see
rest
30, 40 balls from them.
You're seeing that now. You can rest the starters and keep them fresh, keep their legs fresh because NBA it's either season-ending injury or like they just get an off day because they need to rest. And there's
Yeah.
not like you miss 2-3 weeks. Plus you have games, twice a week, 3 times a week. Whereas NFL, you might miss 3 weeks. That's a good chunk of the season right
Yeah.
there already.
That's a huge chunk of the season. And also, I feel like the NFL injuries are tough because it's like, okay, he's got a sore hamstring where I feel like in
Yeah.
any other sport, you can kind of go out there and test out. In football, if he gets hit and his foot plants the wrong way, that's a full tear.
Yeah, you're looking at the contact sports because again, hockey there's so many more
Yeah.
games. NFL there's 17 games.
Mhm.
You only have you get a contact injury out a month. Like I said, it's just so much of the season only playing once a week.
And is there not anything worse than when you're one of your best players, non-contact goes down, and you're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
dude,
it's
season's
over.
over.
Yeah.
See,
I
when
mean,
Aaron Rodgers went
Aaron
down
Rodgers,
yeah.
after not getting hit, I was just like, dude, season's literally over.
ACL or Achilles, always.
I remember that night sweats. I literally had to take a minute to go outside.
Yeah.
Like I was like, dude, I need a second.
You made a video. I think you went and made a video.
Dude, I was just like, dude, the
Just
season's over.
bitching about
I was like, the
That
season's literally
was
over.
that was so bad.
That was
you
so
just
bad.
knew. You just knew right away. You're like, well, man, you're like, no, he's not getting up.
That shit.
They're bringing out the card.
He's not getting up. That was moose shit. But I did want to talk about some sports that are active right now. I'm not as tapped in as I'd like to be, but I feel like the MLB, literally the first 4 months of the MLB mean nothing. Like, I feel like if you're hot right now and you're a fan of that team, you might as well check out, enjoy the wins now. If you're cold right now, don't put any weight on it whatsoever, unless you're a White Sox fan, in which case the season's fucking over. But I feel as though, as an MLB casual, not a mega fan, don't really have a team. Of course, I buy Oakland A's gear. They go on a fucking crazy streak, and now they're like a good baseball team, so I'm going to look like a bot wearing that. But I'd almost want my team to be the Mariners right now, where you're cold, but your pitching's looking good.
Yeah.
I don't want to be hot right now.
Well, again, every game matters. I think that's the difference. Everybody's like, oh, games in April don't matter. Well, they do matter. You have to be good enough to just stay in it until late in the season, where you got the White Sox, you got, who's another moose shit team that's like really down, Colorado Rockies, 14 games out, Marlins already shipping Luis Arias out. Like, you got
that's crazy.
Pirates right now, honestly.
I mean, you got
Pirates.
teams like
Shout out
Red
Rabbit.
Sox, the Red Sox.
Pirates are in it.
Shout out
Pirates
Rabbit.
are only 5 games out.
Shout out
Cardinals
Rabbit.
in the bottom of the division, they're 5.5 out. Like, and we're
Cardinals
ready
are moose.
I'll tell you what,
burn
the
the
Pirates
city
ain't winning
down.
the division looking at these odds.
No.
I
mean-
promise you that.
All right, so who's the lead to win the World Series right now?
Dodgers. I'm
Got to
sure.
be Dodgers heavy favorite.
Yeah, Dodgers plus 310, Braves plus 400.
Wow, they're putting the Braves are not good right now, though, too. I mean, they just had a great win last
Yeah.
night.
Well,
but again,
Braves
they're still
pitching
the
is
Braves.
faltering now that Spencer Strider's out for the year. So that's the thing this year with MLB that's interesting to watch, that you'll notice late in the season, especially after the All-Star break, is like what these pitching staffs do with so many big guys going down in the first month of the year to Tommy John or to season-ending injuries.
Yeah.
More so than usual.
Do you think the Braves are going to be moose now? Like, do you think in a big spot? I
They'll
can't
be
believe they
fine.
didn't make the World Series last year.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
They have so much good depth, and they've done such a good job with their contracts, signing their young guys,
Yeah.
Michael Harris, Acuna, Albies. Like, they'll be fine once they get some help on the starting pitching front.
All right, so out of these I'm going to give you the top 10 teams to win the World Series. I want you guys to pick a team.
Okay.
Let's remove Dodgers and Braves. They're 1 and
Okay.
2. I feel like let's remove those to make it
sure.
a little bit more fun. Yankees, Phillies, Orioles, Rangers, Astros, Mariners, Twins, Cubs, Guardians, Blue Jays. Those are the 10, removing Dodgers, Braves. Those are the next 10. So technically 3 through 12.
I mean, you know who I'm going to say.
Josh is saying the Chicago Cubs.
Dude, I genuinely, like, this is not biased.
Are you actually about to say the Cubs?
Dude, our rotation for the playoffs, like, we have a 3-man rotation.
Imanaga
is fucking
filthy.
Steele and Imanaga
Yeah,
are
it's
actual just shutdown starters. Like, shutdown. Then we have our choice at our third guy, Wesneski or Assad. They've both been dealing this year. Then our bullpen's moose, but that will be fixed by the deadline. I've got a lot of faith in this team. Like, their pitching staff is nasty, and that's how you win World Series.
Why do I feel like it's the Yankees?
Because they're the fucking Yankees, dude. If I were to take any team besides the Cubs, I'd take the Orioles. I think the Orioles plus 950.
No, dude, the Orioles love to melt.
So
see, I don't think
here's my
they're
take.
good.
Baltimore's a fun team because, like, they're young. I still think they're a couple of years away from being like that dominant. It'll be interesting what moves. Whoever makes a move at the deadline is usually who wins the World Series. Like, the correct move of getting that, like, veteran reliever. You saw it last year with the Rangers
Or that
trading,
big bat, like,
getting
whatever,
Montgomery
yeah.
from us, getting Scherzer. Yeah, getting a big bat. I mean, Phillies are obviously. I think Phillies could have a good shot. I'm actually going to go outside that top 10 though, and go to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Ew, dude.
The Milwaukee Brewers
Why?
are
Gross. They
a
do that every year.
very good baseball team. They have the top prospect in baseball who's just been raking. William Contreras has been raking. They're leading the Central right now in a division that's like kind of moose shit. Like, again, Cardinals are 5.5 out, 6 out, and it's the closest division, quote unquote, in baseball. But like, all the teams are kind of very middle of the road. So yeah, I mean, if you're going outside the Dodgers, Braves, like, it's fun to look at the teams. I don't think.
What about the Royals?
No, I mean, they're what? A little
Royals
bit
are
above,
plus
a
9,000.
little above 500. I mean, again, like the Yankees, like the whoever has the best coach also, it comes down to, I think, a lot of managers mismanage when come playoff times. That's why the Rangers have a decent shot, because their offense is so good, and they have Bruce Bochy, who's arguably the best manager in baseball.
Second best.
Right now. We have
best.
what does he have? 4 World Series now? Yeah, 4 World Series. So Rangers can make a shot, but
Yeah, for sure.
The Brewers just have no aura, dude.
They have negative.
Like
aura.
literally negative aura, dude.
They are that team that just like they'll stick
they're
around.
that team.
They'll be within 5 games.
You don't
at worst with 20 games
Yeah,
left,
like,
and they'll like always.
You don't talk
make
about
a run
them
for that division winner.
You don't talk about them. They my guess is they're going to win the division this year. You know, I know, Josh. The Cubs are going to be right there. It's going to be one of those two. Brewers or Cubs are going to win the division.
Their odds are like the same.
Pirates, Reds, and Cardinals ain't doing shit. So,
oh no, it's not the same.
So, like, one of them wins the division. Probably one of them gets in a wild card. But like, those are always the teams you got to worry about. Those sneaky wild card teams that come on late in the season, like you're saying.
I'm gonna go the Mariners. The bats are ice cold right now,
That's
but
fair.
that rotation
Logan
of Gilbert, Miller, and Castillo, like that's a rotation that wins the World Series. I just feel like that is a rotation that wins the World Series.
Man, I hope the Mariners are in a position where they can trade one of their starters and we send them Paul Goldschmidt or somebody at the deadline for give them a bat in exchange for one of the young arms. Brian Wu, maybe.
You think so?
Whichever young guy they don't need.
I just love the Mariners too. Like if I'm picking a team and I don't know baseball that well, I'm going Mariners or the Yankees. I just feel like, dude, Soto added so much to that, like
it doesn't matter.
that hitting lineup.
He did, but they lost Garrett Cole, so it's like when it comes down. Marcus Stroman,
I promise
nails.
you, if he makes it to the playoffs, he will get torched.
Yes.
No, dude.
Torched.
Josh is right. Like Imanaga was probably the best offseason signing.
Oh, for sure.
After Ohtani,
yeah.
Like
Him
even over Yamamoto. Like I think
for sure.
Imanaga has just been gross. Is he still leading the league in ERA?
No, he gave up a couple runs the other night. He's like 1.3 something now.
That's foul.
Still, he's given up like 3 runs, I think.
Yeah, that's foul.
He's disgusting.
That's foul.
But I do have a future for the MLB that I genuinely love, but it's a division winner.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Houston Astros to win the AL West.
Okay.
At plus 500. I think that, I assume that they were the favorites.
Plus 340 now.
Plus 500. I got
on the
here.
duel.
I got it on. I got plus 500 here.
You got plus 500? That's it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think that they're the best team in that division. I just think they've been playing like shit so far. And there's still, they're not even a quarter way through the season. We got plenty of time.
You don't think the Rangers will figure it out?
What's up?
You don't think the Rangers will figure it out?
They're in first right now. Are they
they're
not?
They're 5 up in first.
But I feel like they've disappointed in big spots this year now.
The Astros for sure have. Like the Astros have been
the Astros,
and they're right there.
That's the thing though. Like the Rangers are another one of those teams that go get like a Jordan Montgomery signing at the deadline to shore up their pitching. Like their starting pitching has been always kind of like so, but like their bullpen does their job and they score 15 runs a game.
Yeah, they're
like
gross.
Corey Seager isn't hitting right now. He's at couple 2-3 home runs on the year. Like he gets hot. Marcus Semion's already been hot. Like if they just stay hot. Like they have so much offense that they could give up 10 runs and still win the game.
Yeah.
That's how they won the World Series last year, was just scoring and shit done.
If I'm looking at divisions, dude.
Yeah,
by the way,
the
Cubs are plus 105 and the Brewers are plus 205 to win the division.
Honestly, Mike, you talked about the Royals. You might be able to get some value on them to
plus
win
550.
The American League Central. Only 2
I
games
love
back.
them to win the AL Central, dude.
That division's
Bobby
fucking
Witt.
Dude, are you telling me that the Twins and Guardians aren't going to melt? Like those just reek of 2 teams that melt, dude. Massive spots.
Like that would be a fun team to root for.
Wow, I love that bet.
Kansas City, Bobby Witt is in a couple of Go Whales.
Yeah,
I'm actually going to lock that in on my book.
Because
just bandwagon.
Because you get you get better odds on the Royals to win their division than you do on the Astros to win their division 10 games back.
Yeah, they're a little different teams, but
right, for sure.
But yeah. The Royals I think are the best team in that division.
Dude, plus 600 on the duel.
I'm locking that sprinkle on the White Sox plus 25,000.
No, it's bullshit. I'm actually gonna lock it in on my book. I want the Royals to win that division. That would be sick. I also have no faith in the Guardians after watching them against the Reds. Like I feel like we took that over, and I actually watched those bats. I don't trust those bats for a season.
Yeah,
I don't trust them for a season. And the Twins, Orioles Twins, no shot. Do you have a bet that you like? If you had to tie yourself, is it really the Brewers to win the series?
No, I would. What are the Brewers? The Brewers probably the favorite. Well, what are they to win the
division?
I don't think the Brewers are the favorite.
The Cubs are plus 100.
Plus 205 for the Brewers.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take a Brewers and parlay it with another team. Because, Dodgers are going to win their division. It's going to be between the Brewers and the Cubs win their division. It's going to be between the Phillies and the Braves win their division. And that's really your...
I wouldn't hate the Phillies.
I don't hate the Phillies
Plus
either.
200, like,
Yeah, plus Chick.
I mean, those will be your 5 teams in the playoffs from the National League. Do they get 6 now? They get
I think
3
it's
wild
6, isn't
cards.
it? Yeah.
So it'll be the Brewers and the Cubs. It'll be the Phillies and the Braves. And then it'll be the Dodgers and the Padres probably. Everybody else is, not great. Take the Padres like a wild card
I can't
team.
believe the Mets have spent that much money and just been that bad. That's like
Oh,
honestly,
yeah.
like,
Mets
impressive.
are they're 500, but
Yeah.
Grew up a Mets fan, but that is just like
It's awful.
impressively bad, dude.
Yeah.
To spend that amount of money and then be that moose is honestly impressive.
it's just tough in that division with the Phillies and the Braves. They're so good every year that
Yeah, that's true.
the Nationals had their time. The Marlins never really figured it out.
But when you spend that much, you got to be thinking it's your
Yeah.
time.
Can I ask a question real quick? It might sound stupid, but where the fuck is Jacob deGrom?
He's on the Rangers.
Where did
Rangers.
he go?
He got hurt.
New York.
I know he got
Rangers.
hurt, but like,
Had Tommy John last
Tommy
year.
John. I bought his
When is
jersey
he-
and he tore it that game.
He tore it last year after he
like
came
early,
here,
right?
early
Yeah.
on in the season.
His second start.
Get your ass back. What are we
His
doing?
second start. I went to the game, bought the jersey, custom name on the back.
I think he's at
Tommy John.
I think he's on the 60-day still.
Can't make that up, dude. You literally can't.
Jacob
make that up.
deGrom return.
You can't make that up. You literally can't make that up. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, because they have Scherzer too. Like both those guys are just sitting on the IL. Jacob deGrom throws from 90 feet, hopes to pitch down.
Also,
the stretch.
dude, if the Royals are my sneak wag to win their division, you're telling me I can get Bobby Witt at plus 320 to be the AL MVP?
Yeah, that could be good value too.
Plus
Parlay-
320.
Parlay Bob Witt with the Royals to win
Dude,
their
that would be
division,
electric.
dude.
Dude, plus 320 is insane.
That's insane, dude. That's insane. But outside of him, it's Juan Soto, Kyle Tucker, Gunnar Henderson, and Aaron Judge's top 5. He could win that MVP, dude,
Wait. Yeah,
for the AL.
Juan Soto's winning
Juan
that.
Soto's probably winning that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's playing nails right now, dude.
He's
Fuck, you're so right.
National League MVP,
You're
Ohtani.
so right. Should we talk NBA a little bit and then wrap her up?
Do it.
Let's do it.
All right. I just want to talk more so futures because I want this to be evergreen to an extent. But when we're looking at the finals odds, the fact that the Celtics are minus 130 after what the Timberwolves are doing feels insane to me.
I agree.
Like if you're betting the Celtics at minus 130, I feel like if we're looking for actual value, if we want to turn our sharp brain on right now,
I got it.
taking any team in the West at the plus chicken they are at right now could be a free
I'm
bet.
thinking the Mavs. I think the Mavs plus 1,500. They're down 1-0. Like they win this game, those odds go down to 800.
I agree.
Like instantly.
Also, the
Is
Nuggets
that to
only
win
being down
the
2.
title?
Yeah, to win the title. Yeah,
Yeah.
plus 1,500.
I mean, again, yeah. What are the Nuggets down 2-0?
They are-
1,600.
Yeah, plus 1,600.
Do you think the Nuggets can get out of this series?
Dude, I
don't
think so,
I don't
dude.
think so.
I wouldn't be shocked just because I feel
Dropping
like
2
you
at
just
home?
got smoked 2 games at home. Like
Yeah.
if you can't muster up a response and win game 3, you're dead in the water.
Well, this
yeah,
is-
well, I think that they're just going to split at best
Yeah.
on the road.
Well, this
Like,
is a huge test though, because it's like
I agree.
Anthony Edwards is the best player in the NBA right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in, steal 2 against the defending champions in their place, and then go back to your building. Everyone's been talking about you. Do you show up and just
Mm.
slit their throat in game 3, or do you kind of take a step back because you've been distracted? If he
Yeah,
goes in there
that's a
and
good
wins game
point.
3, it's like maybe
it's
Minnesota.
done. Yeah.
It's
He is
just-
starting to get the star treatment a little bit.
That's what I'm
ESPN's
saying. So, like-
posting random interviews when he was a rookie.
You got
like
the whole
he's
thing with
starting to get a
Michael
little
Jordan.
bit of
Could he be
gas,
Michael Jordan's
dude.
long lost son? Like, the rumors are swirling. The Twitter machine's working.
The Twitter
do you
machine is
respond?
working overtime. I honestly, and I'll say it, I don't mind a Knicks plus 1,400 sprinkle. If they get there, they get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson's
Like,
like the
dude, he is
second
lights
best
out.
player in. If not, he might be better than Anthony Edwards. Just
Lights out.
in the playoffs, how he's been playing recently in
Yeah.
the past 10 games.
He's literally lights out. Like he is unconscious right now, inevitable lights out. I just feel like the worst bet is the Celtics minus 130. I don't think they should be
no.
favored like that.
Mm-mm.
They have not done anything to prove to you that you should bet them at minus 130 to win the
No.
NBA finals.
Well, they have a lot. They've
I
had
mean,
a lot
they have done.
better teams than this too. In the
It
past.
feels like they have, but apparently this is the team. You go
Yeah.
on Boston Twitter, you listen to the talking heads. This is the team that they've wanted since they drafted Jason Tatum. If they can't get it done this year, I'm so out on Tatum as
Well,
a
they're done.
superstar.
They got no chance of winning it ever.
No chance, dude. If you can't get over the hump after bringing in Drew Holiday and Kristaps, like
Yeah.
you need to fucking hang them up, dude.
Dude, but
Yeah.
I think that Dallas bet.
Dude, I don't hate that.
Right?
I also don't
It's
hate
not
taking the
terrible.
Timberwolves at plus 320. If they beat the Nuggets, they're
Yeah.
beating the shit out of whoever comes out of the Nuggets, whoever comes out of the Thunder Mavs series. And I hate to say it, they're built to sun the Celtics.
You think they're
With
going to
Rudy
beat the shit
Gobert
out of the
and Karl
Mavericks if they
Towns.
play them? I think the Mavericks are the team that could hang with them. If
I
they
don't
get
know,
that.
dude. They just don't have the size, dude.
Who's
going to match up with Karl Anthony Towns in the Mavs?
Lively?
With the way Karl plays at the perimeter, though, Lively can't guard the perimeter.
He can guard the perimeter.
I
He
don't
can
love
move.
that matchup, though, dude.
I mean, I don't think there's a great matchup for him anywhere, or for both those guys anyway.
But if Derek Lively's on Cat, who's going to be on
you don't have
Rudy
to,
Gobert?
you don't have to guard
Gafford?
Rudy Gobert.
But I'm saying like that option gets
Rudy
shut down.
Gobert. Rudy Gobert becomes the guy that you want the ball in his hands. Like you want him getting the ball off a high pick and roll. Like you want the ball in his hands. You want him making plays.
I also don't love that Nikhil Alexander-Walker and Jaden McDaniels are the perfect team
Yeah,
to
they are.
shut
They
down
are.
the Luka and a Kyrie.
Yeah, they
Like
are.
that's just
We'll
tough,
see.
dude.
I just think the Mavs have been there. I mean, they haven't done it, but they've been there.
What
They
are
could do it.
Indiana's odds to
Dude.
win?
8,000.
Yeah, they're made of
Mm.
shit. I
The
saw
Cavs,
they're naming
Cavs.
Jaden McDaniels and Nikhil Alexander-Walker null and order.
That's it.
I'm so sick. Because
You can take
whoever
the
they're up
Cavs.
against is in prison.
Yeah.
That's
You could take
so
the
sick.
Cavs plus 20,000.
No.
Yeah, you can get sharp.
Cavs are losing. You just got to know all your options. Yeah, Pacers aren't beating the Knicks.
No, dude, the Pacers aren't even going to come close. I hate to say it. But I feel like if I'm making a bet, I'm going Knicks or I'm going the Wolves because the Wolves have just looked so good. But I do want to raise a question. If the Thunder do what the Thunder are doing right now to the Mavs for a 7-game series and put them to bed, could it not just be the Thunder's year?
Could be.
Where you get a couple young kids that
Yeah,
have nothing to
that could
lose,
be.
that don't care. Almost having no experience is better. When
Yeah.
you've had no experience of a big game, when you've had no experience of losing in a big spot other than SGA, it almost can help you.
That's the thing. I mean, they got SGA. They have the MVP. Their MVP, not the
I agree.
MVP, but they have their MVP, and he just plays like a veteran. And you got all the rest of the young guys, and that's a team too that has 14 first-round picks through 2029.
Yeah, insane,
Like
dude.
Sam Presti just built a super team and then rebuilt a super team without using free agency.
Dude,
Like,
insane. And he's bringing kids off the bench that they just drafted that on any other team would be starting 5.
which is crazy.
Like, dude, insane.
Like they are just loaded up for years to come. It'd be a fun story to watch for Trent and see if the Thunder
Oh,
can
yeah.
do it after not doing it with the previous big three.
Yeah.
Dude, I just saw a bet on here that you can take.
Mhm.
Kind of electric. Any player to break Michael Jordan's single game playoff point record, 63. Wow. Dude, I think
It could be
it's
Jalen.
plus 2,000. I
Jalen
feel like
Brunson?
Jalen or
Jalen.
Ant.
I don't think Ant's dropping 63 against Denver.
I think it could be Jalen or SGA or Luka in a big spot. It could be Luka or Jalen, I
Plus
feel like.
I don't
2
think
grand. That'd
Lu-
just be such a fun
Dude, that'd
sweat.
be a
Like, you just
great
want
I
sweat.
don't
someone to
think
go
Luka
fucking
would because
insane.
they would put Lou Dort's been their lockdown defender.
When Luka's on, though, there's no one that's guarding.
Yeah, you
Double.
can't guard
I
that.
don't know.
When he
I
gets
feel
in
like
the paint, I don't think
Luka's
it's
also the
unstoppable
kind of
hitting
guy, dude,
shot.
just because he's been playing at such a high level for so long that now that he had one game of Lou Dort in a playoff scenario, he has downloaded every part of Lou Dort that he knows he can
True.
beat now.
How many games Luka has he had 50-point games? Has he ever had
Total?
one?
Like in
Luka
his
50
career?
points.
Yeah. 50
Oh,
plus.
yeah.
50 plus.
I would love to know that as well.
7 times.
I mean, yeah, that's a fuck ton.
That's a fuck ton,
Has he ever had a
dude.
60?
He led the league in 40-point games this year, I think.
Okay, Luka's had 60 plus twice. So
Dude, I feel like that could be a
and he's had 70 and he's had 70 plus once. So
He's done it.
Okay, so he's done it.
He's done it.
It is
That would
possible.
be just electric to sweat out for the rest of the playoffs.
Imagine being there. Like
Dude, I just feel like
That kid
that.
is exhausted, and it turned back off.
I feel like that's the bet.
There we are.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like that's the bet. I think we squad ride that for the first exclusive pod,
Yeah.
and we just rip.
What, the-
63 plus points
63 plus points
for plus 2K.
Like, dude, that feels so good.
at any point in NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
So
The
just
rest of the playoffs.
That feels. I'm not gonna lie to you. That feels so good.
I could see it being
Plus 2,000.
I could see it being Ant in the finals. Just
65
going
ball,
ballistic.
dude.
Then they're literally like, "This is Michael
Then-
Jordan."
yeah,
that's
then
that's
we're-
what's gonna happen. They're gonna say, "This is."
Then we're
Michael
getting
Jordan."
DNA tests done.
BR betting would need new undies
Yeah.
if Anthony Edwards dropped 60.
They're following that guy who's got a $1.1 million
Dude,
parlay, $100.
They dig him out of everywhere.
They do, but it was the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl, the Rangers to win the World Series, and then the Celtics to win,
GG.
and like Scotty Scheffler to win. So I think
Yeah.
or no, it's the Thunder to win. Thunder to win.
Okay.
With Scotty Scheffler to win the Masters.
Like the
happen.
Rangers.
Why can't I click those buttons? Like that's just buttons.
Yeah, like
you
like
can. You just take the Chiefs every year.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
take the Chiefs.
You take Scotty Scheffler in a major.
in a massive
You'll win
spot.
that.
The Rangers are sharp.
The
Yeah,
Rangers
that
was the sharp play. That was one with the long odds on it. So if you found the World Series winner, maybe the Royals, shit.
Dude, could you imagine if my
Put
little
like $5
Royals
on
make
it.
some noise, dude?
Like $5 on like the Royals, and then bankroll with the Chiefs, the Dodgers to win the World Series. Oh no, I guess you can.
We already got the
Dodgers.
Royals. I feel like you could
Dodgers to win the.
you could
National
sneak.
League.
Take the
Who's the
Jets.
favorite to win the NHL right now?
The Oilers.
Is it the Oilers? Because they're not winning. They will never win. And
Stars
think they
are
are.
the Stars the favorite?
Nah. I think it's the Oilers.
Avalanche, Panthers,
Oh, look at the odds. No, they're up,
Rangers.
yeah.
It goes Avalanche, Panthers, Rangers, Oilers, Stars, Bruins. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think a sprinkle on the Rags is a bad bet.
Or
I
Carolina,
think
if they get
the
back.
Rangers,
They're
dude.
down 2-0. They're
All
down
you
2-0
need-
to
All you need to win a cup is a goalie that's cracked the fuck
Yeah.
out.
Hurricanes always or the Rangers always
They
melt,
do.
though.
But the Hurricanes
but
also
they got
always
Dudev
melt, so it's
Shesterkin.
But Shesterks is nails.
You win the
right
Stanley
now.
Cup when you have the hottest goalie.
This
So
is a
that's
series
true.
of sellers, so
That- It
I
is a
wouldn't be
series of
shocked
sellers.
if either team was.
That's what I said. Yeah. Fruity said the Rangers is best value. I don't know. I think if I had to bet on one of those teams, I'd take the Rangers. If I'm betting long odds, the Bruins, if they figure it out after getting smoked game 2, I
yeah.
feel like they could be with Swayman. Once you get Swayman back between the pipes,
Yeah, you need him.
that feels good.
I'm rooting for Boston just because of my guy Patty Maroon,
Yeah, I like Patty Maroon too. I like Patty
friend
Maroon
of the
as well.
program.
I don't even know who I want to win that, honestly. I got no skin in the game.
Should we wrap?
We should.
First exclusive TMA
First
pod because
exclusive.
we're not going to be here on a Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe. Send it to your buddies. Lock in the plus 2,000. Someone to break Michael Jordan's record. That feels good.
That does feel
It's an
good.
I think we got a lot of
electric
options. Dude. You got
flex.
SGA, Luca, Edwards. Who else could possibly do it? Those three. Those are Jokic could
like
do it if he really
JT.
wanted to. Jason Tatum if he explodes one game. Like I feel you got
Derek White.
guys. Derek White could do it.
Derek White
dude.
did have 40 already. in
Jalen
his playoffs.
Brown, like
Dude, Jalen Brown could possibly
think
bust for
he's getting
It's got to be
60.
like Max Strus.
Max Strus.
gotta go.
Big
Um,
23s.
I don't think Tyrese Halliburton's gone for 6.
No,
That's
dude, he's
incredible
no
to think
shit.
about. He could make 23s and still not hit it.
That's insane, dude. Imagine that box score, 20 made threes.
That's
Holy
insane.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, lock in the plus 2,000 with us for someone to break Jordan's record. The Royals are winning the World Series. Like and subscribe. Do you guys have anything you want to say before we tap
No.
out?
Yep. Go Cubs.
I like
Oh, yeah,
it.
here we
Brewers
go.
are winning the World Series.
Wow. Sharp cheddar. Thanks, guys. Let's go.